One nation, one election. Please tell us the current status of the bill.
New Shops and Establishment Act has been introduced by Chhattisgarh government, in which they have allowed the shops to be open throughout the day, 24/7, 7 days a week.
Tell me, Global South. How do we define the Global South? Is there any definition or can we define it?
Tell me, there was a complaint against a Punjab and Haryana High Court judge that somebody left some cat outside her door. Come in, Dhwani.
Good afternoon, sir.
Afternoon, have a seat. So, Dhwani can be translated into sound.
Yes.
It's the same Dhwani, na?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Tell us about yourself.
Sir, my name is Dhwani Agarwal. I was born and brought up in Hisar, Haryana. I did my schooling from Hisar itself, and thereafter I did my graduation in law from National Law Institute, University, Bhopal. Thereafter, I started my preparation for civil services. I made it to the interview in my first attempt, and thereafter I did my master's from National University, Delhi. And this is my third attempt at UPSC and my second appearance at the interview.
And how much you got in the first appearance in personality test?
170.
170. Good. And that is in the first attempt itself.
Yes, sir.
Good.
What are the provisions of induction of ad hoc judges in the High Court?
Sir, I am not able to recall the right article, but can I take an educated guess at it?
Please.
I suppose it is Article 224A.
Right, please go ahead.
Sir, so the provision of ad hoc judges is basically in the high courts is basically to fill in the judicial vacancies that occur in the high courts. It is basically sort of an emergency measure that is resorted to by the courts when there is a
Induction of ad hoc judges.
Sorry, sir, I'm not aware.
You're not aware.
Yes.
Now, what changes have been incorporated now in order to facilitate the process of induction of ad hoc?
Sir, since I'm not aware about the exact changes, what I can recall from what I have read is basically that the quantum of pendency has been reduced. Like earlier, the threshold was higher. Now the threshold has been reduced.
Anyhow, one nation, one election. Please tell us the current status of the bill in the Parliament.
Yes, sir. So the bill is yet to be presented in the Parliament. The committee that was appointed, the Ramnath Kovind committee, it had basically suggested one nation, one election, and it has yet to be passed by the Parliament.
Where is it stuck up? Or what is the state of the bill?
Sir, I'm not aware about the
You're not
exact
aware.
status of the bill. Yes.
Now let us talk in terms of the collegium system.
Yes.
Collegium system has its own way of the judges appointing brother judges or sister judges.
Yes, sir.
Right. What is the government's thought process in this direction?
So the government's thought process is that the government has tried to amend this system. The government had brought in the NJC bill in the year 2015, but that had been struck down by the Supreme Court on grounds of it hurting the judicial independence, as had been stated by the Supreme Court in its judgment in the year 2015. That is, so the government wants to reform the process in the way that it wants that there should be an equal representation of the executive also in the appointment of judges. But the Supreme Court is constantly striking this thing down because it feels that it will hamper at the independence and impartiality of the judges of the Supreme Court and the High Courts.
What is the state of the advocates bill?
So the advocates bill had been basically put forward by the government in public sphere for discussion, etc. And then there had been a lot of opposition from advocates throughout the country. And as far as I'm aware, it has been withdrawn now by the government.
What are the grounds on which the advocates have been agitating,
Sir,
including the BCI?
Yes, sir. Sir, there had been few changes that had been suggested in the definition of a legal practitioner, etc.
Right.
And that was
The
basically
definition.
regarding not being able to register at multiple bar councils, and that was for the lawyers. At present they can, but after the bill they would not have been able to.
What about the definition of the advocates as per the amendment that is being sought?
As in the definition, the new definition that
Yeah.
was being suggested. Sir, I'm not aware about
Right,
the
thank you, sir.
nitty-gritties.
Right, Dhwani, you're fond of watching cinema.
Yes, sir.
Why have you taken inclination towards watching cinema? What fascinates you to see the movies?
Sir, cinema for me is basically an experience where I can get to experience various ways of life, cultures, etc. Though it is vicarious, but I can actually get to learn a lot about different people and the different kind of issues that surround these people. And that is the reason that I take keen interest in contemporary cinema that has social impact.
That adds to your experience vicariously. You know,
Yes, sir. Yes,
you learn
sir.
a lot from that.
Yes, sir.
Besides entertainment.
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay. Now, new shops and establishment act has been introduced by Chhattisgarh government, in which they have allowed the shops to be opened throughout the day, 24/7, 7 days a week.
All right, sir.
Why do you think this has been passed? What was the background to this?
Sir, may I take an educated guess? Because
Okay, suppose you are the Chief Minister of Chhattisgarh
right.
and you want to have some more trade going on and some more money coming into Chhattisgarh.
Yes, sir.
What is the way? One of the ways.
One of the ways could be to increase the number of establishments or to increase the time that those establishments
So
are
what will be the
functioning.
advantage? Now you draw logically from there. Instead of taking educated guess, now you develop logically.
Yes, sir.
What will be the advantage and what will be the disadvantage to that?
So the advantage would be that it would result in increased trade. It would result in increased economic development in that sense of the state, because increased trade would mean increased income for people, etc. However, the disadvantages would be something on the lines of violation of labor issues, labor rights.
No, but they are specified. I mean, if you are the Chief Minister, would you not specify the welfare of the workers?
Yes,
By
sir.
specifying their working hours
Yes, sir.
and the weekly offs.
Yes, sir.
So,
Yes, sir. Sir, I feel that although it
so
would,
it won't be a disadvantage if it is legislated. If you say 8 hours of working,
yes,
you may be 3 shifts, whatever number of shifts.
yes, sir.
So what will that lead to if there are more number of shifts?
If there are more number of shifts, that would result in more employment.
Exactly.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Recently, Justice Naga Ratna,
Sir.
she has given some instructions to the union government about how to deal with the women and how to respect them.
All right. Supreme Court Justice B.V. Nagaratna, right? Sir, I'm not aware about these instructions.
This is about sexual equality, how men should treat the women, and how this should be imbibed, how the mindset of the men should be changed. Now you become Nagaratna. What will you advise the government?
Sir, I think the first thing is sensitization. There is a need for a lot of sensitization, especially among men, to understand women's issues. These can range from anything medical issues that women face to social stigma for working late, etc. So one is that. Second one is to have a gendered lens to problems. That is to understand a problem from a woman's perspective, have empathy, compassion, etc. And third is probably to frame our institutions in such a way that women can have equal representation, or they feel.
No, what's okay? That's okay. That is gender equality. That's a different
Yes,
thing.
sir.
But how they should respect you and treat you accordingly. What about early childhood mindset development by the parents?
Yes, sir.
And what about the fear of law?
Yes, sir. Sir, I think that children from a very young age, they should be sensitized about gender issues, both boys and girls, from the school level itself.
So that means there should be a chapter in school itself.
Yes, sir.
That's what you're suggesting.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Tell me something about gender diversity in the judiciary.
Yes, sir. So, gender diversity in judiciary throughout the world has been a major issue because women have.
Restricted to India. What is the problem of gender diversity?
Yes, sir. Sir, the problem is that women from the very beginning, that is from the very profession of law, they do not prefer the profession because of the general image that this profession has, that you have to deal with criminals, etc. So because of that, not enough number of women are going for legal education, and thereafter this spills out into lesser number of women going into the judiciary, the higher judiciary, etc. Also, there are lesser prospects for women to rise the ladder of judiciary because sometimes there is motherhood that comes in between or other such issues that women face and men don't usually. So this, in my opinion, is the reason that we have less gender diversity in judiciary.
So, any facts and figures you have? How many women judges we have in the Supreme Court?
Sir, presently, I think we just have Justice B.V. Nagaratna as the only women judge in the Supreme Court. Earlier, we also have Justice Hima Kohli. Earlier, we had few other judges
Okay.
also.
So, you tell me what can be done if these are the problems.
Yes.
Give me solution. How we can increase the representation of women on the bench.
Yes, sir. Sir, the first solution is very basic and very foundational, and that is basically to push more women into going for legal education, making the profession safe for women, so to say. There should be awareness that women.
These are. Tell me how to make more women judges.
Sir, one way can be to provide reservation to women in judiciary. That is one way for some period of time, and then once the balance is achieved, then it may be taken back. The move may be taken back. Sir, second could be the collegium should have certain guidelines when it is choosing the judges, that some kind of diversity, inclusion, equity, etc. has to be fulfilled. So in that case,
All
more
right.
women can come.
Now, tell me, Global South.
So,
How do we define the Global South? Is there any definition or can we define it?
sir, Global South, I think it is a term that is being used for a lot of time now to refer to the emerging economies that had hitherto not been developed due to them being colonized, etc. But now these economies are emerging and they are basically developing fast. So that is by and large the Global South. The term earlier was used in a negative sense, but now I think that it is more of an idea of iterating that it is not negative, rather it is our identity and we can own
All
it.
right. Now, India fancies itself as a leader of the Global South.
Yes, sir.
Tell me, what has India done for the Global South?
Yes, sir. Sir, India since the time of independence has been the voice of the Global South, in my opinion. Firstly, during the reign of Mr. Jawaharlal Nehru, we had the NAM movement, the non-aligned movement.
So, NAM and Global South is same?
Sir, it was basically to align all the like-thinking
Tell
countries.
me, in recent years, what they have done.
Yes, sir. Recent years, sir, India has been the voice of reformed multilateralism at the level of the UN. We've been voicing reforms that should take place in UNSC, UNGA, etc. That is one. Second is that India has been at the forefront of providing humanitarian assistance, etc. to countries in this region whenever there is some kind of disaster sort of situation in these countries. For example, we saw the vaccine diplomacy that India engaged in during COVID years. So that was
What else?
example. Sir, apart from that, India is emerging as a responsible player when it comes to supply chains, etc. So that there is diversification in this area as well.
All right, thank you.
Tell me about insolvency and bankruptcy code. What are its contents? What amendments have been made?
Yes, sir. Sir, insolvency and bankruptcy code was brought in the year 2016 to basically help the debt-ridden companies because India was facing this problem of a lot of companies going bankrupt, etc. And then there was no mechanism to resolve and restructure those companies and to help the creditors, etc. So that was basically the purpose. Sir, as far as the recent amendments are concerned, I think there is a lot of talk going around cross-border insolvency. But if
Other amendments, cross-border is only a small part of it, but other amendments, let's say, what major amendments have been already made?
sir, I'm not aware about that.
You are aware of the timeline that is given in sorting out cases? No.
No, sir, not sure.
Okay.
Not sure.
Tell me, there was a complaint against a Punjab and Haryana High Court judge that somebody left some cat outside her door, and it was taken up by certain quarters. What happened in that case? Are you aware of that? Nirmala, Justice Nirmala, some Yadav or somebody. You're not aware?
No, sir, I'm not aware. I'll have to go and read upon it.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
You see, whenever we talk of pendency of cases, we always say, okay, let us have more judges.
Yes, sir.
Either it is district level judiciary or high court or the. Has there been any thought on the procedural reforms?
Yes, sir.
Because
Sir,
they say that more judges means they will take care of more cases and all. What about any procedural reforms?
Yes, sir. Sir, I think there are procedural reforms also being made. Sir, one example that comes to my mind is the recent example of the IPC, CRPC, etc. being replaced by the new codes, BNS, BNSS, etc.
But that has been made by the Home Ministry. There is, I don't know much contribution from the judiciary itself.
Yes, sir. But timelines have been made stricter so that there is
I know.
yes, sir. So I think that
Other
is the
than
thought.
that, something originating from within the judiciary coming to your mind?
Sir, I don't remember the exact cases, but I think there have been a number of
Cases, or you mean reforms?
Yes, sir. I think Supreme Court has suggested in few, like there have been suggestions from the Supreme Court through various cases that the trial should be completed within such and such period in such number of offences, etc.
You mean there are scattered suggestions here and
Yes, sir.
there?
Yes, sir.
But you are not aware of any comprehensive attempt to make any procedural changes to reduce the pendency? And if there are none, why do you think it is so? You mean case pendency is not a serious problem in India?
Sir, I do believe that case pendency is a very serious problem in India. But I also believe that the solution has to come from a consensus between both the government as well as the judiciary.
Are there any differences between the consensus? Judiciary promoted something, initiated something, and government shot it down.
Sir, I think the example that comes to mind is NJAC only.
NJAC.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
National Judicial Appointments Commission. That was basically brought up by the government, but then it was struck down by the Supreme Court.
No, but that how is it related to the pendency? Did it have any differences about procedures or what? That is appointment of judges.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
As long as you have 33 judges in Supreme Court,
Yes, sir.
and procedure remaining the same, do you think there will be a greater disposal?
Not particularly, but that was the only thing that came to my mind. Otherwise, I don't.
Why this thing doesn't come to any mind, to the mind of anyone associated with law? That what actually I wanted to ask.
All right, sir. Sir, I think
Should it come or should it not come? It should be taken as such.
it should definitely come because it is a huge problem in our country. And
Is it discussed in your institutes or in any bench or in any forums, in any association, law associations?
in law schools, we definitely discuss this. It is a part of a lot of our courses where we discuss that how this huge pendency is basically
Okay.
plaguing our economy,
And
etc.
any other except the increase in the number of posts is discussed?
Sir, there are discussions about introducing technology into judiciary. if we
Okay.
introduce technology. So
It has been introduced also.
yes, sir. But
Then?
yes, exactly, sir. And more attempts like kind of case management. There should be proper case management. We can use artificial intelligence for that. There should be classification of.
Artificial intelligence has come only now, say
Yes,
within
sir.
last 1 year or
Yes,
two.
sir. Yes, sir.
Before that, you completed your
Yes, sir.
LLB and
Yes, sir.
LLM before
Yes,
that.
sir. Sir, we were discussing mostly technologies like video conferencing,
Okay, fine,
etc.
fine. So I have no more questions because you said IBC you have to read.
Yes, sir. I
Don't
have
know
to-
much. So we will conclude this interview
All right, sir.
and we will give you some feedback.
Yes, sir. Yes.
You are a very good candidate, I must say,
Thank you, sir.
and you are pretty stable. You are fairly fluent,
Thank you, sir.
articulate,
Thank you, sir.
and you are not unnerved. So these are very good quality. And what we would suggest is that perhaps little bit more deeper knowledge
Yes, sir.
on the
Yes.
issues that we discussed
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
would have helped.
Yes, sir.
Because this is not so much interview question answer. This is a
Yes, sir.
personality test.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Whether you can be a very good student, but you may not be a very good civil servant.
Yes, sir.
So many of the qualities are there,
Yes.
but your thought process sometime like when you are asked question, so you should go to the point
Okay, sir.
rather than if I'm asking about gender diversity problem, so don't start with very ground level.
Okay, sir.
Just come to the point.
Okay, sir.
And then you must also have some facts and figures to
Yes.
support.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Otherwise, it means, just a wild opinion.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
If you can't give some facts and figures,
Yes,
it doesn't mean anything.
Yes, sir.
Then, when you do give something, be very sure of it.
Okay.
So, how many women judges? You should be sure that there are only 2 women judges.
Yes.
Who are they? You should be sure.
Yes. Yes.
Just as one you said, right?
Yeah.
Nagaratnam, then there is one, Trivedi.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So be very sure on
Yes.
that count. So how you are going to approach is one, you look at your DAF. And obviously law is a very important component
Yes.
because how changes in law is taking place. You have to really read the 3 criminal laws
Yes, sir.
which have changed,
Yes.
the evidence and CRPSC and all that. Okay.
Yes.
What are the key critical elements? Because they would expect very sharp answer from you, not like a generalized person.
Okay, sir.
You should be able to tell them with the provision 420 के जगह पर क्या हो गया है.
Okay.
420. We
Yes.
do have 420.
Cheating.
Okay, is it the same? So what is the new provision जहाँ 420 है? So so lighter things as well as serious things.
Serious
So pay attention to your law.
All right, sir.
And then the problem in the judiciary, like sir discussed,
Yes, sir.
what can be done? Digital, now what are the problems that can arise out of that? Open transparency is there, but now everything is live.
Yes, sir.
What are the problems? So some of these intricate things you should have a look at it. Apart from your background,
Yes.
your likes and dislikes, whatever you have written, all this swimming and crossword, see what are the questions that come.
Yes.
And also the major problems in and around India and its neighborhood, the big issues in West Asia, Trump presidency,
Yes.
Bangladesh crisis,
Yes.
how these are impacting India. Then legal, I told you already, economic issues.
Economics.
So you build up a small question bank
Yes, sir.
and make bullet points notes on them.
Okay, sir.
Because you are surely a person with a lot of knowledge, but you have to give a structured answer,
Yes, sir.
prioritize.
Yes, sir.
And that will give you that kind of 200, and then you will definitely get into the service of your choice. Read the newspaper daily.
Yes, sir.
Best
Yes,
of
sir.
luck.
Thank you so much, sir.
In your case, we have found you on the wrong column of law is concerned.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely wrong. And I be very, very blunt about it.
Yes, sir.
Because there's no choice. And in your case, there's no choice because you have done from the Prestige Law Institute
Yes, sir.
and you've also done LLM.
Yes, sir.
I asked you about, I'll go back to, I asked you about the induction of ad hoc judges. You made an intelligent guess, 224A is okay. After that, you just started generalizing things, Too many cases are there. You see the provision. Again, one nation, one election. Perhaps you have not been reading the newspaper. You said the bill has not been introduced in Parliament. Then you said, no, it is like this. And see the current state, which also
Yes, sir.
reflects that you have not been reading newspaper, about which I'll just speak to you. Collegium also advocates bill. All of a
Yes.
sudden, the wide view of lack. Why were the advocates agitating against it? So you ought to be very, very clear. Right?
Yes.
And there are a lot of other questions also asked by sir about more women in legal profession. So you did not actually have a concrete answer. So our advice would be that you mull over the issues
Yes.
you are aware of,
Yes, sir.
but mull over the issues and come
Okay.
to concrete suggestions,
Okay.
which I think will help you a lot.
Okay, sir.
This is number one. Number two is, second time you try to make an educated guess. Once it's okay, don't ask the board for too many
All right.
educated guesses.
All right.
Once you may take a chance. The board may permit, the board may not permit.
Okay, sir.
Try to avoid.
Okay, sir.
And thirdly, when you did not know, it's better to admit
Okay, sir.
rather than to ramble, which was in your case,
Okay.
which will certainly request you not to do so. Now, this is one aspect. Another aspect is that most of your interview veered around law, judiciary,
Yes, sir.
but there could be a contra view also. They don't ask you anything about law and judiciary.
Yes, sir.
So prepare on all those issues. Huh?
Okay, sir.
That would be a very nice advice and would be a very sane advice. And third is the comparative jurisprudence. The comparative jurisprudence is very important, because see, ultimately, all of a sudden, sir asked you, and I'm going to explain how we can have more women in the legal profession. Or let us say, how do you reduce the pendency? Or what is the system of what you call induction of judges in other countries? So you should be aware of all these things so that whenever they ask you, you should answer should be very, very focused and pointed.
All right.
And absolutely no rambling around.
Okay.
Which you can easily do. You're a bright student. You have got very good marks in interview previously also.
Yes, sir.
So now you have to break the 200 barrier. How do you do that?
Yes. Yes.
This is exactly what we wanted to point it out. Huh? Right. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Dhwani, your communication skills are good
Thank you, sir.
and you maintain your self-confidence throughout despite certain times when you felt that you were wanting, and you maintain enthusiasm as well.
Thank you, sir.
Now, one or two small points. You ought to be looking at the person you're speaking to. You are
Okay.
perhaps looking at other people also when you are not engaged with him.
Okay, sir.
Now, your sari could be those
Yes, sir. I will
very
change
pretty,
the
but
sari.
you could be very off-white color without
sir.
any designs, with
Yes.
one small border,
Yes, sir.
bottom,
Yes. Yes.
and bellies.
Yes.
Footwear as bellies.
All right.
Okay. Then I found that newspapers you have to be reading. I asked you two questions. One is about the shops opening
Mm.
around the clock, and another was about Justice Nagaratna's instruction
Yes, sir.
to the government.
Yes, sir.
It just happened within a day or two.
Yes, sir.
So that day's newspaper and previous newspapers up to 15 days to 30 days is essential for you.
Yes.
Now, your point about how do we have more women reaching the top? You had suggested reservation as one of the, to take this recourse to reservation.
All right.
Would you think it will be reasonable to offer a solution like this? We have already seen what has happened to reservation. It came in for 10 years and we are still struggling with it.
Yes, sir.
So reservation may not be a good option.
All right.
Tomorrow somebody might say women in the army should be given reservation so that they become the army commanders, the chiefs and things like that. That may not be a reasonable approach. And secondly, once you give a privilege or a facility, it cannot be withdrawn. Do you think if you give it for 5 years to the women as a reservation or something, then it is very difficult to
Yes.
pull it back? Right?
Yes.
So this was perhaps not in order.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
Let me add a point to your. You made an excellent point by saying that more women should be attracted to law education.
Yes, sir.
Maybe perhaps solution lies there.
Yes, sir.
But then, as one of my colleagues said, we got you wrong on the legal issues.
Yes, sir.
There you have to be very, very careful
Yes, sir, I
because
will.
legal
Yes, sir.
issues are something everybody is very thorough.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And see this point of National Judicial Appointments Commission, it has nothing to do with the tendency as such,
Yes,
It
sir.
is who appoints judges,
Hmm.
as you know,
Hmm.
and how they are appointed.
Yes, sir.
Tendency is a different
Different things.
issue. In this case of somebody left big cash on the doors of one of the judges is a very famous case. Perhaps the only case that I am aware.
Alright.
And later on, action was taken by that judge. She was transferred to Uttarakhand, thinking that Uttarakhand is a dumping ground, which was very unfair. Anyway, no other action was taken against her so far. Outsiders, no.
Okay.
But you are an insider, you may know.
Just Yadav,
Eh?
that lady.
Nirmala Yadav, some was transferred
Sir, is-
to Uttarakhand. That's all I am aware.
Sir, is this a recent case or an old
No,
one?
no, it is not a recent case.
Okay.
It is an old, recent, you would have known, but
Yes,
it is a
yes, sir.
historical case in the sense
Okay,
that it is perhaps the only case where the problem has been revealed. It may be a problem as such, but here it was revealed
Alright.
openly. It came in open
Open.
public domain. Any question you have to ask? We have
sir.
told you many things, but don't be.
Need to- just one thing.
Yes, sir.
You should know the landmark cases
Yes, sir.
every day. Now, all of a sudden, only 3 days back, there was a news item. The Supreme Court has stopped the Lokpal for inquiry into the
Yes,
conduct
sir.
of the.
Yes.
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 So you should know this. You see,
Yes,
it's not that you just read it. You are a law student.
Yes, sir.
You see the reasoning. You see what they have mentioned. Different judgments.
Yes, sir.
You know,
And-
any issue that you take up. So some of the landmark judgments are there. You
Yes,
just go through it. It's not that we want you to memorize it. No, not the issue. But you must appreciate and know some of the salient points. At
Yes,
least,
sir. Yes,
if
sir.
not all.
Yes, sir.
And your girl, that famous case of ban on the entry of ladies in a particular temple in South.
Sabrimala.
Sabarimala.
Sabri.
Yes,
Sabarimala
you know that.
temple.
Yes.
That's a very famous
Yes, sir.
case.
Yes, sir.
So that you ought to know.
Yes, sir.
And first judge's case, second judge's
Yes,
case,
sir.
third judge's case, that you must be knowing.
Yes, sir.
So,
She has to read
landmark-
the newspaper. I feel you don't read newspapers at all.
Sir, I was actually very surprised because I've been reading newspaper very.
How do you read a newspaper?
Yeah,
you put it in this medium, news in shorts or what?
No, sir. I've been reading the Hindu.
you are too young to be surprised. You will get many surprises in your life. But you are very bright. Getting up to personality test in the first attempt is very rare these days. We have not seen. I think you are the only candidate who got through in the first attempt. So that shows your inherent capability, strength, brilliance, and competence.
Thank you, sir.
And cash it.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead. All the best.
Yes. Sir, I'll do the legal issues properly because I had taken too much time preparing the DAF. So I think I need to go back and prepare the legal issues properly.
Yeah, and why did I hinted for comparative jurisprudence? Because see, ultimately I mentioned that you were engaged with Lucerne, Switzerland.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All of it in Switzerland, and then asked about comparative jurisprudence.
Yes, sir. Yes.
There are the reasons, whatever you write,
Yeah.
we go, the board will go through it very carefully.
Okay, sir.
Indian economy, international politics, geopolitics, China, India. You see, there's so much for you to learn.
Yes.
They may not ask, as sir said, that they may not ask anything on law.
On law.
No, anyway, knowing you have done LLB and from one of the best institutions,
Yes.
so you may come come in for a second surprise. But you have the capacity to come through next time.
Yes, sir.
This time,
Yes, sir.
all the best.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.